What if there was a military unit so secret that even its failures reshaped how modern warfare works? Let's go back to a tense moment. Late at night, over a quiet city, the sky suddenly fills with aircraft. Fighter jets, reconnaissance planes, helicopters, all moving in perfect coordination. Under electronic suppression, air defenses become useless. Power grids go dark. Within minutes, special forces descend from the sky. Their mission: capture a high-value target and disappear before anyone can react. Operations like these define one of the most elite units in the world, Delta Force. But what exactly is Delta Force? To understand that, we need to go back in time. The concept of special forces didn't start in modern America. It began during World War II in 1940, after the fall of France. Britain created commando units to conduct raids and sabotage behind enemy lines. These small, highly trained teams changed the way wars were fought. Germany also developed its own elite units, specializing in infiltration and surprise attacks. One of their most famous missions was the rescue of Mussolini in 1943, a daring operation carried out with precision and zero casualties. These early special operations units proved one thing: small, elite teams could achieve what entire armies could not. The United States followed this idea, forming units like the Rangers and Green Berets. But for a long time, there was still something missing: a dedicated unit focused purely on counterterrorism and hostage rescue. That changed after a tragic event. In 1972, during the Munich Olympics, a terrorist group took Israeli athletes hostage. The rescue attempt failed, ending in disaster. The world watched in shock. This event forced the United States to rethink its strategy. Soon after, a new unit was formed. Delta Force. Delta Force was designed to be different. It wasn't just another special unit. It was meant to be the best of the best. Soldiers were selected from elite units, like the Rangers and Green Berets. Only the most capable, disciplined, and mentally strong candidates were even considered. And then came the selection process. Delta Force selection is known as one of the hardest in the world. Candidates must already be active duty soldiers. They go through intense psychological testing to prove they can stay calm under extreme pressure. But the real challenge is physical. Long-distance runs carrying heavy loads, harsh terrain, minimal rest, increasing difficulty with every stage. One of the final tests: a brutal endurance march over 60 kilometers, carrying heavy weight within a strict time limit. Many fail. Some collapse. Only a few make it through. And even then, training is just beginning. Those who pass enter months of advanced training. They learn everything: close quarters combat, explosives, sniping, driving specialized vehicles, underwater survival, and more. Every skill must be mastered at the highest level. Delta Force operators are not just soldiers. They are complete warriors. But being elite doesn't mean being perfect. One of Delta Force's earliest missions became a major failure in 1979. During the Iran hostage crisis, the U.S. launched a rescue operation. The plan involved multiple aircraft, coordination between different branches, and a secret desert landing. But things went wrong. A sandstorm disrupted communication, equipment failed, and during refueling, a helicopter collided with a transport aircraft. 8 soldiers were killed. The mission was aborted. This failure changed everything. The U.S. military realized it needed better coordination, better command, and better integration between forces. This led to the creation of a unified Special Operations Command and improved how missions were planned forever. Years later, Delta Force would face another major challenge. In 1993, during operations in Somalia, U.S. forces attempted to capture a warlord. The plan was simple: move in, capture, and extract within hours. But reality was different. Helicopters were shot down. Ground forces were surrounded. What was supposed to be a quick mission turned into a brutal, hours-long battle. Despite the chaos, Delta operators fought to protect their team and rescue survivors, too. Snipers volunteered to stay behind and defend a crash site, knowing the odds were against them. They fought until they ran out of ammunition. Both were later awarded the highest military honor. Their actions reflected a core principle: no one gets left behind. Over time, Delta Force became more effective. In 2003, during operations in Iraq, they were tasked with capturing Saddam Hussein. After months of intelligence gathering, they located a remote farm. At first, nothing seemed unusual. But then, something caught their attention. A hidden entrance. Inside was a small underground space. Moments later, Saddam Hussein emerged. The mission was completed in just a few hours without casualties. Years later, another target emerged, a dangerous extremist leader. Finding him was not easy. He moved constantly, avoided technology, and relied on close networks. But after years of intelligence work, his location was confirmed. Delta Force moved in. Helicopters approached under cover of darkness. The team entered the compound facing resistance but quickly taking control. The target fled into a tunnel. Moments later, an explosion ended the operation. The mission was complete. These operations show what Delta Force represents: precision, speed, adaptability. They operate in the most dangerous environments, facing the most complex missions, yet despite their reputation, many Delta operators don't see themselves as heroes. They see themselves as professionals, doing a job because, in the end, being part of Delta Force isn't about glory, it's about responsibility. It's about stepping to situations where failure is not an option and doing what must be done, no matter the cost. So here's a question for you. Do you think Delta Force is truly the most elite unit in the world? Or is there another force that rivals it? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss the next deep dive into real-world military stories.